evening, everybody. This is Rabbi Karen, and I want to welcome you to our Tuesday Ma'ariv service. I'm glad you can all be here with us for our typical Tuesday. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope the weather is agreeing with you. I hope everybody is healthy. We're here tonight on Zoom. We're on Facebook, on Shalom Congregation, UJUC, JSLI, Rabbi Stephen Blaine page. We're on simshalom.com, and we're on YouTube. So we're just all over the place. You can't turn with us being there. And I'm so glad that you have joined us and you're part of the action. So we're going to get ready for our Tuesday service. Ellen, if you could type for me later, just so I don't forget when we do Kaddish, I want to mention Rabbi Galit's husband. Okay, thank you. It's either Ellen Friedman or Ellen Rose. Just one of you type it in chat, because with the way my kepi goes, it'll just, I'll say, oh darn, I knew I wanted to do that. Okay, let's pull up our Ma'ariv service. And we shall begin. Hine matovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. How good it is and how pleasant when we dwell together in unity. And now our call to praise. Baruch hu et Adonai hamavorach. Baruch Adonai hamvarach li'olam va'ed. Praise Adonai, to whom our praise is due forever. Praise be Adonai, to whom praise is due, now and forever. And now it doesn't want to work. Let's see what's going on. Okay. And now, my favorite time of day, watching the sun rise, watching the sun set, the actual physical evidence of Adonai's miracle to us. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim b'chokhmah potech sharim u'vitvunah mishaneh tim u'machalif et hazmanim u'msader et kochavim b'mishmorotei barakia kirtzono. Creator of day and night, who rolls light away from darkness and darkness from light. You cause day to pass and bring about night, distinguishing between day and night. Source of all forces is your name, O living and ever-enduring God. Reign over us forever and ever. Blessed are you, Eternal One, who brings on twilight. Okay, let's stop for a minute. Let's look at the chat, see who's there. My good friend Dee. Albert, so good to see you again. All right, so we have our people here. We have Ellen Rose, we have Marvin, we have Reba, Ellen Friedman, Sue Marie, and Amy. Haven't seen Amy around in a while. How you doing? All right, let's go back to our services. Everlasting love you offer your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night, we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. And now our creed, a prayer that states, who we are and our beliefs. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. For those who don't know why we cover our eyes, because when we say this prayer, we are not supposed to be distracted by anything. We close our eyes so we could focus on this prayer, on our creed, without any distractions of light, any sound, any visuals. We are so engrossed in this prayer. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Blessed be the name of his glorious kingdom forever and ever. V'ahavta, and you shall love. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha v'chol meodecha. V'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher Elohim misachcha hayom al levavecha. V'shenantam levanecha v'dibarta bam. V'shivtecha b'veitecha v'leftecha v'aderech. V'shoppecha v'kamecha. Ushartam le'odai yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha. Uftavtam al mezuzot beitecha v'sharecha. Leman tizkaru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yitem kedoshim le'Elohehem. Ani Adonai Elohechem. Asher chotzeti ethem me'eretz Mitzrayim liyot lahem le'Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem. I am the Lord your God who took you out of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. And now, as speaking of Adonai's miracles, as Miriam and the women went through the parting of the Red Sea, they sang, Mi chamocha balim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar kodesh, no ratehilot, oseh feleh. Who's like you, O God, amongst the gods that are worshipped, who was like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in splendor, working wonders. Your children witnessed your sovereignty, the sea splitting before Moses and Miriam. This is our God, they cried. Adonai will reign forever and ever. Thus it is said, Adonai redeemed Jacob from a hand stronger than his own. Praised are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. Hashivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamirenu malkeinu l'chaim, ufrosh aleinu sukkot shalomecha. Adonai, bless us as we live in such uncertain times. Please bless us, guard us, watch over us as we try to rid this pandemic. Please bring peace to this world. Please guard those in the Ukraine. Please watch over them. Please watch over them and watch over all of us. Bless those who are there to help us, guide us, and protect us. Shield us and remove from our path all hostility, disease, war, famine, and sorrow. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings. For you are a protecting and saving power, truly a sovereign power. Gracious and compassionate are you. God, our going and our coming in life, in peace now and all eternity. Spread us over your shelter of peace. Baruch atah Adonai haporesh sukat shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael v'al Yerushalayim. Blessed are you, eternal one, who spread your shelter of peace over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Yitgada v'yitgada shemei rabba v'yamad yivrach hirutei v'yamlich mahutei v'chayechon u'vyomechon uv'chayedecha beit Yisrael bagala bagala uvizman kariv v'yimeru amen yesh mei rabba mevorach li'olam li'omei amaya yitbarach Yitbarak, Vishtabak, Viapar, Viroman, Vidase, Vitadar, Vitale, Vitalal, Shmedikudusha, Brihu, Leila, Mikobechata, Vishirata, Tushbechata, Venechemata, Dami, Rambi Alma, Vimeru, Amen. And now, our standing prayer. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov. Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanorah El Elyon. Gomer Chasadim Tovim V'Konei HaKol. V'Zocher Chazdei Avot B'Ma'ot. U'Mevi Gula Livnei V'Nehem. V'Ma'an Shemo Be'ahava. Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen. Baruch Atah Adonai. Magen Avraham. Be'ezrat Sarah. Adonai, remember the promises you made to our forefathers and our foremothers. We ask that you remember the promises that you made and keep the promises to us, the descendants. Ata gibor le'olam Adonai, mechayeh hakol atarav lahoshia, mechaker chaim bechesed, mechayeh hakol berachamim rabim, somech noflim v'rofeh cholim, umatir asurim, kayem emunato, lishenei afahar, micha mocha bar gevurot, Umido melach, melech memid, chayen, matzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'emanata lahayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, mechayeh hakol. Adonai, you are our hero. You are our superhero. We thank you for all that you've given us. You are all that we will need. You are our strength. Erev Tov, Rabbi Galit, I don't see you, but I see your words. So I'm glad you're with us, Rabbi Galit. And now, let's take a few minutes to hear for this Torah portion for next week by Yikra. The Mishkan was completed. Adonai filled the tabernacle. And he called Moses into the tent of meeting as the children of Israel learned, what do we do next? They learned about the sacrifices they would perform, what types were permissible, animals such as cattle, sheep, goat, doves, and meal offerings, we were told, depending on the type of offering. All must contain salt and must not be leavened. Meal offerings had fine flour, olive oil, and frankincense. The peace offering was the meal was to be eaten by the person bringing the offering after the parts were burned on the altar. And parts were given to the high priest and family, the Kohanim, to eat. There was the sin offering, transgressions committed by error. The guilt offering, by those who weren't so sure they broke a commandment or committed a betrayal against God by swearing falsely against another person. You approach the altar in awe and worship. Completion offering is given as a thanksgiving. Much of that sacrifice was eaten. The sin and the guilt offering is needed to recognize consequences and stand before Adonai. Thank you, Rabbi Avi Heller, for that explanation. These offerings would apply to everyone, peasant, persons of great wealth, priest, king. All could err and be forgiven. Democracy in its earliest form. All could err and be treated the same in punishment and in forgiveness, no matter the wealth or status. Each was expected to give their best according to their wealth and status. The wealth of a king might be a prized animal. The wealth of a pauper might be a dove or fine flour, received equally. How grand is that? The ability to give to God the greatest gifts of yourself, just to say, thank you. To offer gifts to show you are sincere, that you sincerely want forgiveness, as first demonstrated by God in the 13 attributes that we talked about a few weeks ago. Imagine how the children of Israel, Bnei Israel, felt so many centuries ago, having witnessed the miracles of Adonai, and then be given a way to show thanks or an apology. How would people from many millennium ago show Adonai that they were sorry? A sacrifice meant to give something up of value. Sacrifice in Hebrew is korban. It is an act of coming close, according to Rabbi Avi Heller, to thank God for what you have, what would people have chosen to give up in return, or to look for forgiveness for a transgression. A valuable choice of animal, the finest of flour. Each gave according to status and wealth, giving less than you had, and your offer could be rejected. Each gave according to status and wealth, giving, I said that. The poorest person giving the best he had, be it a dove or fine grain, could be made to feel like a king. What truer way to come closer than to be thankful, an act of thanksgiving, or one to seek such atonement through the guilt offering with the sin offering. We look together at such behavior almost as an oddity. Some Jews of today might be embarrassed by such behavior. What does this barbecue have to do with us today? That's what my rabbi used to call it, the barbecue. We know right from wrong, and when we need to ask forgiveness, we ask that once a year on Yom Kippur. We know sacrifice. We do it when we offer something of value to a spouse, a child, or a friend. Did you ever receive an outrageous gift from a child who's giving you their best? I have a blue sparkle bracelet that my son gave me because he said he knows I like diamonds. All it does is glitter. I also have a huge purple and pink flower pin that my 6-year-old brother gave to me that many years ago. And he actually wanted to know why I wouldn't leave the house with it. So I had to put it on to leave the house to go to high school. We do not offer animal or grain sacrifices, but what korban do we offer today? A mere thank you for our daily goodness, a thank you when we hear good news. We have free will. Do we freely include a thank you to Hashem? We teach our children to say please and thank you. We accept their gifts of gratitude. Are we teaching them to say the thanks, the same to Adonai? And now let's take a moment to listen to the prayers in our hearts and in our minds. Ose shalom bimrumav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'akol Yisrael, v'yimru, amen. And now a prayer for healing. So I'll stop the share. Please type in the names of all those who need our healing and our loving thoughts and prayers. And I want to start with Rabbi Galit. I also want to add the names Sid and Joyce Becker and Katie and Luna Marcello. Dorothy, Mark, Marlene, Carol, Sarah, Jimmy, Jean, Rabbi Galit, who we all love, Vivian Arlick, Rabbi Galit, and Bob. Well, we'll say Bob's name later. Valerie, Erin, Maddie, Trey, Mayo, Malcolm, Amy, Tamara, Beth, her father, Rose, Rabbi Galit, and our pet children, Georgette and Fred Meyerowitz, Rabbi Galit again. Rabbi Galit, Alexandra Ben Aurora, Perry Ben Betty, Marlene Ben Batchaya, Beth and her father, those who were suffering emotionally and physically, Stephen, I'll wait a few more moments, Diane, Jen, Angel, Kim, Edward Johnson, Denise Feller, Menashe Ben, Menachem, and Beth. Steve, Jim, Beverly, Shirley, Laura, Lisa, Christina, and her mom. Marvin, Amy, Beth, Tamara, and Paula. Okay, let's begin our Mishabera. Mishabera avotenu Yehol habraha limotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misheberach imotenu Yehol habraha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, renewal of body, renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. And sending healing prayers to those who are homeless, the human homeless, and the animal homeless. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, lateit gdula liyotzeh bereshit, shelo asanu kikoye haratzot, velo samanu kimishpachot hadama, shelo sam helkenu kahem, v'goralenu kechol hamanam, anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech malchei hamlochim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, V'ne'eman Haya Adonai Lemelech HaKoret, Bayom Hahu, Yeh Adonai Echad, Ushmo Echad. We recall the loved ones whom death has taken from us, those who died in the season in years past, and those whom we have taken into our hearts with our own. The memories of all of them are with us. Our griefs and sympathies are mingled as we praise Adonai and pray for the coming of his kingdom. If you are observing a yurtzeit or know of someone who passed, please say their name in your heart. And I am going to say Stacy Patel and Rabbi Galit's husband, Bob. Yitgadal v'yitgadal shemei rabbah, b'yamad divrah chirutei v'yamuch malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon, u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, b'agalav zman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehesh mei rabbah mibarach le'olam olmei amaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yibar v'yiraman v'yitnaseh, v'tadar v'yitalei v'yitalal, shemei d'kudashah b'richu, le'ilam min chol b'chata v'shirata, tushb'chata v'nechamata, Damiram be'alma v'yimru amen. Yehesh lama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'mumav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'yimru amen. And please, may the one who comforts all, please comfort those who are in mourning. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being with us tonight. Our love goes to Rabbi Galit. Our thoughts and prayers. We're here Monday through Friday. Rabbi Deborah, Rabbi Nancy, myself, of course, Rabbi Galit, Rabbi Steve. You want to turn onto his shtick. He's here Friday nights at 6:30 for a great half hour of music. The rest of us were here. We hear from you all the time. So many of you reach out during the week to us. And thank you all for being here. Thank you for your support and thank you for your love. Have a great night.
Toda rabba, Rabbi Karen. Be well, everybody.
Thank you. Big hug for that lady over there.